The old Kirkgate cemetery in Alloa contains many interesting graves. They date from the later 17th, 18th and 19th centuries, and although well over 450 graves have been catalogued, it's possible there are more hidden under the grass. Walking through the archway in the wall of the later Greenside Cemetery, the impressive grave on the right was erected for the Bald family, one of the county's most notable families. Buried there is Robert Bald, a local mining engineer, Alexander Bald, his brother, along with other family members, including Jean Bald and her husband, the Reverend James Maxton, as well as their children. The memorial was a gift to Alexander from John Francis Erskine, the Earl of Mar. Due to weathering, some of the site is now unreadable. There is a memorial tablet to John Erskine, 6th Earl of Mar, at the front of this burial plot. It reads, "In memory of John, 6th Earl of Mar, arguably Alloa's greatest benefactor, architect and improver, originator of industrial Alloa, statesman and Jacobite, born circa 1675, died 1732, in exile. His body was brought back to Alloa for interment. It was unveiled in 2004. Alexander Glass, keeper of the county buildings in Alloa, died on 16th June 1891, aged 68. His wife, Mary McFarlane, had predeceased him in 1882. A low but long grave was erected for a Swedish ship's captain, Herr Hevlier Normand of the ship R. Christensen, who died at Alloa on 25th August 1854. Semi-enclosed by iron railings stands the burial ground of the Jameson family, famous for being associated with the establishment of Jameson's Irish whiskey. The Higgs and Steens mentioned were also involved in the local drinks industry. Buried there are John Jameson, the former Sheriff Clerk of Clackmannanshire, Margaret Haig, his wife, Robert Jameson, another Sheriff Clerk, Margaret Jameson, Helen Jameson, Isabella Steen, Andrew Jameson, another Sheriff Clerk, Louise Blanche Jameson, and John Alloa Jameson. John Bridie was a merchant and died on 15th March 1814, while Alexander Wingate, another Alloa merchant, died in 1874, aged 86. This is one of two of the oldest stones to be found in the graveyard. This one is dated 1673. This ornate burial ground is for Robert Johnson, a merchant in Alloa who died on 16th August 1739. Although covered in ivy and badly weathered, the inscription reads, "Before this monument of stones lies honest Robert Johnson's bones. He lived devoutly, died in peace, prompt by religion and grace, endowed a preacher for this place. With consent of his wife, to lie here with him when she falls to die, at her expense this tomb was raised, for him whose worth she prized and praised. Obit R.J. Aug. 16, A.D. 1739. This is the grave of George Younger, maltster and brewer in Alloa, who died on 25th September 1853, aged 63. It's a family plot, with several other members of the family buried there, including his son, 8-year-old William, who died in 1839, and his daughter Mary, 24, who died in 1853. His wife, Jean Hunter, who lived until she was 97, is also interred there. His son John is memorialised on the monument. He died at Buenos Aires on 9 September 1865, aged 28. An inscription at the bottom reads, 1760, the burying place of George Younger, Brewer, Alloa, died 1788. Catherine Allen, his wife, died 1785, and several of their children. Also of their son, James Younger, Brewer, Alloa, died 1809. Mary Blayloch, his wife, died 1837. John Peyton of Kilncraigs, a yarn manufacturer, died in June 1848, and many other members of the family are buried in the same plot. John Bald of Carsbridge Distillery died 20th April 1844, and his wife and 2 children are also buried there. Ebenezer Ramsay, the former Procurator Fiscal for Clackmannanshire, who served for 21 years, died in October 1846, aged 61. Buried beside him are his wife Margaret, their sons Alexander, John, James and David, along with their daughter Jane and David's wife Elizabeth. Thomas, their eldest son, was buried in Ireland. Another son, Ebenezer, died in Jamaica, and Robert, another one, died in London. James Lothian, the first printer and publisher in Alloa, and founder of the Alloa Advertiser, died in July 1862, and was buried in the graveyard near the remains of the tower, along with his first wife, Isabel, and their children, Isabel, 8, Margaret, 3, and James, 5 weeks, all of whom died in 1819. His daughter Janet, who lived until she was 93, and his second wife Margaret are also interred there. In a recess at the remains of the old kirk is a headstone for James Cobbin. He'd been the collector of customs in Alloa and died in April 1846. Buried with him are his wife Jane Haldane and their children Margaret, Isabella and James. Alexander Jameson was a surgeon in Alloa and died on 26 July 1826, aged 28, due to an accident in the Ochil Hills. His grave is inscribed, "He was suddenly struck down like an oak in the verdure of summer." It goes on to say he was public-spirited, a pleasant companion and warm friend. The stone was raised by a few friends who wished to render the spot where his dust reposes sacred to his memory. Another grave of note is that of author John Crawford. He wrote Doric Lays, which was dedicated to the memory of the late Henry Coburn, Lord Coburn, and Memorials of the Town and Parish of Alloa, which was published posthumously. He died on the afternoon of Saturday, 13th December, 1873, aged 57 years, 3 months and 13 days. A house painter to trade, he'd been born in Greenock in 1816. He was found in his house in Broad Street with his throat cut, the open razor on the floor next to him. He'd been separated from his wife and had only returned to the house on the Saturday he was found. He left behind his wife and 3 grown-up children. These are just a few of the stories of some of the graves in the kirkyard. It's only open to the public on doors open days, or the key can be arranged to be collected in advance. If you enjoyed this episode of Scotland's History, please like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching.